Yo, what is good, everyone? Welcome to Bottom of the Bottle, episode 5. And today we got a good one for you guys.
Who's on it?
We got Brandon Elgar from fucking Palisades.
Oh, yeehaw, cowboy.
Yeah, I go way back with that dude. And Blake does too. Yeah, we both go way back with that dude.
Yeah, we toured with him in his old band.
Yeah, from half pipes to rock AM ring with this motherfucker. But no, Brandon's awesome. And I had a really good conversation with him. And yeah, but before we dive into this episode, quick little shameless plug. If you are in need, your band or brand in need of any design, photo, or video content, I kind of make all that shit. So,
oh, you do?
Yeah, dude. Everything from cover art, album packaging, merch designs, photography, music videos, all that shit.
Like a one-stop shop.
One-stop shop for your band or brand, baby. We can do it all over at kendalljohns.com. That's KENDALLJOHNS.com. Hit me up. And we could book a project and mention this podcast, and I'll cut you a fucking deal. All right, baby?
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
I like it.
So just a little bit of opening thoughts. First of all, how you doing, dude?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm excited. We're here. We're doing the thing.
Doing the goddamn thing.
Yeah, goddamn it. Goddamn.
Yeah. So recently, I made a comment to my parents about their truck. Because that was the truck that we did some of the first Tides tours in.
Oh, yeah, Old Faithful.
Yeah, and I told my parents, I was like, you think this is your truck, but this is my truck. Because it's like, I've taken that truck everywhere. I got the history with that fucking thing.
Dude.
So then, when I was down there for my birthday, they were like, hey, do you want the truck?
No way.
And I was like, that's a big thing to just like, I don't know if I could just take it. I'm thinking about it. But so I've thought about it, and I definitely want this fucking truck.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like, it's fucking sick. It's just like an early 2000s GMC Sierra, but
it's reliable. I know that for a fact.
yeah, and it fucking goes. It torques. It's got high mileage, but it's been in the family, so it's all good. But so then my thinking kept going. So last week I just rewatched like almost all the Fast and Furious movies.
Yes.
And my inner Dominic Toretto has been screaming at me. And I probably would never use it, but I looked up how much NOS kits were.
Shut up.
And I was like, dude, I should get a fucking NOS kit
Dude,
in the truck.
You have to now.
And it's got a center console that comes up, so I would just rip out the middle seat and then keep it down. So I would probably never use it because I'm never going to need to like top out and floor out at 200 miles an hour in fucking downtown Portland in city traffic.
You might need to.
Yeah. But so I was like, but dude, how cool of a flex would it be to just lift up the center console and be like, I got fucking NOS, bitch.
Dude.
You don't want to fuck with me.
Oh, my God.
In a truck. And I don't know if you can do that. So
I don't think it's technically legal, but you're going to do it anyways. You better.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just do it for the gram at least.
I know, and it's only like, dude, you can get like a mid-range NOS kit for like $500 to $700. That's not that much.
Dude, you've researched it.
I have, but since it's such a high stress thing on the engine reinforcement costs a lot of money. And so that's where I was like, I'll probably never use it, but I'll just have it in the car ready to go. And so if anyone says shit, I'll just lift up my center console and be like, dude, you want to fucking go, man? Your bitch car doesn't have fucking NOS in it, but mine does.
Dude, you have to. I know. Oh my God. I love it. I fucking love it.
So yeah, that's what I've been thinking about this last week.
God damn.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Yeah. Any opening thoughts for you?
Not really. I'm just excited to be here.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. It's a good time.
Well, yeah. We got a great episode for you guys coming up. So I think it's time to start the fucking show.
Oh, well, then roll the fucking music.
Roll the fucking music.
We decided that it was time to bring you the hard and the heavy. Kendall Johns from Dead Crown.
You know, to be honest, we're on a podcast, like we're shooting real shit. Yeah, go follow that motherfucker.
Now, you've been on my radar for a while.
Yeah.
There you go. I love you.
There's a quote.
I don't want to talk shit, but step it up a little bit.
All right, you guys already know what fucking time it is. It's time to take some shouts.
Taking shots. All right.
What you got for me this week?
All right, so the first thing, Of Mice and Men.
Yee.
They put out a new single for their new album.
Yeah, is it good?
It's pretty good. It actually goes back to their like metalcore sound.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's not so much like arena rock,
Yeah.
what they've been doing. And I just wanted to know your opinion about that, because you have a history with Aaron Pauli, kind of.
Yeah, so We Rise the Tides, we went and recorded our very first really shitty EP with Aaron Pauli. It was a really weird scenario. This like small startup label who like knew all those guys like signed us. And so we went down there and we recorded, we like made a music video, but yeah, we like were basically camping in his parents' backyard, made this record with him. And this was back in like 2011, 2012. So this was a minute ago. And it was actually, we were there when he got the phone call to fill in for Of Mice and Men on Warped Tour.
Yeah.
So he was making our really shitty record, which was the last thing he wanted to do. His parents were moving out of the house we were recording in, so he had to like wrap shit up. Then he was getting calls to be in Of Mice and Men. And then Jamie's Elsewhere, I think, was not doing so hot at the time, as far as like his stance in the band and everything.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of like, man, looking back at it, that dude was probably going through a lot of shit. But because of that, and because I know Aaron, and he's, I mean, we follow each other on Twitter, and like we'll talk shit on Twitter sometimes. But I don't think he like remembers me, really.
I doubt that. He's got to remember
he
that.
He might, but we're not like best fucking friends or even like friends. You know, we just kind of maybe know each other from way back then. But
that's still pretty cool.
Yeah. But so yeah, that shit was crazy. But when the whole thing happened with Austin Carlisle leaving the band, I was just like, fuck yeah, because I instantly had a bias. Because I also fell in love with Jamie's Elsewhere, his old band, and so I've been an Aaron Pauler for a minute.
Aaron Pauler.
Yeah, fuck a Jake Pauler. I'm an Aaron Pauler. So yeah, like as soon as he started fronting the band, I was just like, fuck yeah, I'm about it. And I love their last Defy, I think is what it's called. Was that their last record?
Maybe.
I think it was Defy or whatever. I don't know.
Something like that.
I liked it though. I really liked it. There were some fucking good ass tunes on there. And Aaron Pauli's the fucking boy. He kills it.
Hell yeah. How do you feel about them going back to the more metalcore sound?
Well, I have to listen to it now. I haven't heard it yet.
All right.
I mean, dude, I've been so balls deep in metal writing this new Dead Crown shit that I've actually been on a huge metal break.
Oh.
I'm giving my ears a huge break from metal.
Yeah, that makes sense. You need to do that every once in a while.
Yeah, I've been listening to so much country. It's sick. Fucking love it.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I'll have to check that out, but much love for Of Mice and Men.
Mm-hmm. All right. You like Megadeth?
Fuck yeah, I do.
Cool. You want to hear something?
Fuck yeah.
So this guy, Chris Adler, he's the former Megadeth drummer. His drum kit that he used to record Dystopia,
hell yeah,
it got destroyed.
Whoa, hell no.
Yeah.
What? How?
Well, here's the thing. This goes back to something we talked about last week.
Oh.
It got destroyed in the Betraying the Martyrs van fire.
Wait, what?
Yeah. They were apparently borrowing his drum kit, and when their van blew up, that drum kit got destroyed.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
And damn, so what's the backlash with that? I mean, he's cool about it, right?
I don't know. It didn't really say in the article.
Yeah.
But I would assume that he's probably fucking bummed.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like that's a kit that could have been like in a museum someday, or
Dude.
like or not a museum, but like a lobby at Rock Hard.
Fuck yeah.
Least. Yeah.
That's an important piece of
Yeah.
music history.
So I would be like, fuck, but also why are you renting out that kit? You're in Megadeth. You probably have
he used
kits
to be.
out the ass. He used to be.
Yeah,
okay.
Former drummer.
Oh, okay.
But
man, that sucks.
Yeah, I just thought that was crazy.
Dude, yeah. R.I.P. to that drum kit.
So then, all right, so we're in August now.
Yeah.
Last month was July, and I found a couple of things. They're basically, we're going to call this music throughout history.
Okay.
So basically, I found 3 albums that came out in the month of July.
Oh, okay.
And first one, we got Metallica, Kill 'Em All, 36 years old.
Whew. Damn. I'm not even going to front. Like, I listened to Kill 'Em All.
Yeah.
I understand what that album did for music history, but that's definitely not the era of Metallica I'm about. And that record, yeah, it's 36 years old, right?
Yep.
Kind of sounds like dog shit. It's hard to listen to, in my opinion. But that's me. I'm a music snob, and but
God damn it.
That's sick.
Then we got Marilyn Manson's first studio album.
Damn.
Portrait of an American Family came out 25 years ago.
Is that the big banger one?
Don't think so.
Okay.
It's his first one.
Yeah, so it wasn't the beautiful people.
No,
It was
not
okay.
that one. That was a couple albums later, I think.
That shit was all over WWE.
Dude, fuck
It
yeah.
was sick, yeah. It wasn't the SmackDown intro for a while?
I think so. It was either SmackDown or Raw, but it was definitely the
And then I remember it
intro.
was on the video game, too.
Yeah.
So every menu
Dude,
loading
that song
screen
is-
was beautiful people. Yeah.
That song has been in like almost every video game from like the early 2000s.
Dude, so true. That song, and then there's one Avenged Sevenfold song that's like not even their best song that's in like every fucking video game, and it's super annoying.
Right.
Yeah. It's just like, what the fuck, dude? Out of all songs, you picked this one.
Dude, speaking of Avenged Sevenfold, their first studio album, Sounding the Seventh Trumpet,
Oh, now you got me, baby. That was released July. How many years ago?
18 years ago.
Oh,
It's legal.
dude, it's you could fuck it now.
You can fuck with it.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, Avenged Sevenfold is, yeah, they're pretty crucial to my upbringing in screamo.
Yeah?
Yeah, and metalcore.
Oh.
I got into the sound of that album after I found Waking the Fallen. But Waking the Fallen was like one of my first, like, I guess, metalcore records that I fucked with heavy.
Dude.
And that album still holds up. Every song on that album's a fucking banger.
Dude, people try and like say that they don't like Avenged Sevenfold, but
It's like you do.
everyone is a fan.
It's just like Nickelback.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like you can't let me put on this Nickelback song. If you say you don't like it, sorry, you're just wrong and stupid.
Yeah.
Because they have bangers.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Exactly, yeah. Same thing with Avenged Sevenfold. If you say you don't like Avenged Sevenfold, you're just fucking lying, and you're not cool for saying you don't like Avenged Sevenfold.
Sounds about right.
And they rip live.
Dude.
They're a sick live band.
I haven't gotten to see I've seen their live videos, but I haven't actually gotten to see them live.
Dude, so M Shadows, on record, you'd think like, man, because he actually does some pretty hard shit vocally.
He's got a range.
And yeah, he's got a range. He does funky, weird melodies and shit, weird runs. He's fucking phenomenal live. Spot on live.
Really?
Dude, yeah, he's great.
Just kills it? Acts like it's no big thing?
Yeah.
God damn.
Oh, well, he knows he's the Shads. You know, he's like, look at me, motherfucker. Got the aviators on.
Oh, fuck. He wears the aviators live all the time?
Yeah, I saw him outside, though, so it made sense. But I know, he wears them inside, too,
Probably.
when it's dark.
Probably wears them to bed.
Oh, dude, you know he wears those fuckers to bed. So true.
God damn.
But yeah, what's next on Taking Shouts?
Dude, I think that's it.
That's it for this week.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, without further ado, we're going to get Brandon on the line. And, yeah, let's fucking do this. We got Brandon Elgar from Palisades. Let's do it.
Let's go.
I'm just a pawn to move how you want. You're discarding all my thoughts. You're draining my blood just to fill up your cup. You take whatever you want. You wanna change me, you rearrange me, tear me apart from piece to piece. You wanna love me, try to control me, rip out the soul from me. You break me down, you hold me under till I drown myself. I'm not your prisoner, I'm breaking out. I know you're coming for me, I know you're coming for me, but you won't.
Yo, Brandon, what's going on, man?
Hi, Kendall. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, baby? I miss you.
I miss you too, man. I'm doing good though. Just in little Toledo, Ohio. Just having another rest day before we start back up tomorrow. But how are you?
Dude, I'm good. I was just thinking about it today because you guys are coming back to Portland this fall with Starset. And
Yes, we are.
it kind of just made me think back about all the times you come to town. And it's kind of no secret that whenever me, you, and Brighton get together, it's Like
Yeah.
we have a really good time.
We always have a good time. I always love hanging with you boys, and just Portland is always like, it's like one of my favorite cities to go to whenever we go on tour. So
Dude,
yeah, you guys.
But I was thinking about it. I'm like, dude, at the end of the night or just throughout the night, we kind of just end up being this like little like 3-pack of trolls just strolling around the venue. And I'm like, why is that? And I was like, oh wait, it's because we probably think we look super cool, but me and Brighton are like low key off just casually puking.
Oh my god!
And we're
always
just
like,
fucked up beyond belief.
yes, we always like to have excessive amounts of beer or
Yeah.
like liquor. Yeah, we like to have fun though, and honestly, nobody really cares anyways because everybody loves you guys and loves us, so it's all.
Oh,
good.
dude, yeah. And I was like, dude, Brandon's like, out of everyone in like the industry people I've hung out with and stuff, like me and you go back, we have history, but like the best times I've had with people in the music industry, like the nights that we've had in Portland are some of my favorite.
Dude, they're all my favorite. Like, I love every single night of it, dude. It's all like I'm really excited to come back with Starset. Like that tour is gonna be fucking awesome.
So with that, I was thinking, because hopefully we won't be gone. It's looking like we're probably gonna have a fall release, but I mean, I'm probably gonna be in town. I better be in town. If not, I'm gonna be pissed. But maybe this time around, we should organize our chaos a little bit and maybe like do something or plan something.
I mean, we have been talking about that Vegas trip for a long time, and I think we actually need to like get it planned already and just actually do it.
We need to do a Vegas trip.
Like I've been dying to do that still with y'all.
Oh man, just imagine how we are in Portland, just like what that would be like in Vegas. It would just be a shit show.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind getting buried in Vegas. Why not?
Dude, yeah, fuck it. But so with all that history, you know, I know you from back in my old band's days. You were in a band called I Salient. I was in a band called We Res the Tides. We did our first tour together. Well, not our first tours, but you know, that's like where we met each other. And I remember
where we crossed paths.
We crossed paths, and then we've just kind of like kept in contact ever since. But with that being said, you know, I guess take me back. How did music start for you? And you've got like a kind of different story than most people with how you've gotten into Palisades and where all you've been. It's kind of amazing. So, I mean, how'd you start getting into music, and what's the fucking journey, man?
Well, I got into music probably about 13, 14 years ago. Before I got into music, I was really into skateboarding, but I ended up breaking the right growth plate in my ankle at a church one day. So I was like, okay, no more skateboarding for me. And then literally like within like the next week, I like really started listening to like System of a Down a lot and Slipknot and all this stuff. And my friends were equally like into these bands as I was, and we just kind of like started messing around a little bit, like on guitars that we didn't even know how to play. It was like their parents' guitars, and kind of just like lit the light bulb that like, okay, let's try like making some music, trying that out. And then obviously like it took a few years to like for bands to start getting formed and stuff, because I didn't know how to sing a note to save my life or play guitar to save my life. So
yeah,
I had to
which you have a voice of an angel. So like, when did singing start coming into that play?
Singing started probably junior year of high school. Junior year, yeah, I'd say.
Yeah.
So probably when I was like 17. But yeah, I took one class in senior year of high school. It was vocal ensemble. It was only for a little amount of time though. But other than that, I strictly watched like videos on YouTube on how to sing and like certain techniques and like how to do it and everything, and kind of grew off of singing from that. And then got out of high school, and then for like moving on the process, I moved into this apartment. I started doing covers, and that's when I did the "Woe Is Me" cover when Tyler Carter quit, and I got kind of a branding from that as far as singing. A lot
Yeah.
of people were like, trying to get me to be the singer for Woe Is Me and all that stuff, and kind of built my name pretty well from that. Then after that, I met the Sirena Boys from Jersey, and then that's how. Oh yeah, and then I was in that band for like a couple years, didn't work out. Joined a band, Assailant, which how I met you from.
Yeah.
And I was in that band for a couple years. Only did like 1 or 2 tours and played Warped Tour a couple times, but obviously didn't work out. And then I started the band Lifelines from New York through my friend Justin Peeling. And during that time, we released an EP, and then that was when I got hit up from Palisades to join that band.
And real quick, side note. So the first time I saw Assailant play, like the first day of the tour, I was like, yo, this Brandon motherfucker, like, I always said to myself, I was like, he's either going to do something or someone's going to pick him up. Like, this guy's too good. You know, you were like the diamond in the rough. It's like, why is this kid playing on a fucking half pipe right now in front of 10 kids? You know, like, I was like, someone's going to, like, see this kid and do something with him. And then when I found out Palisades hit you up, I was like, dude, it's about fucking time, man. Like, it's about time you got that, because you deserve it. You're a talented motherfucker. So
thanks, man.
Yeah, so you joined Palisades, and how was that? How was that transition?
Honestly, it was very I don't know, it was very just unexpected, to be honest, and everything kind of
happened
started
fast, didn't it?
Yeah, within a month, I was already on my first tour with them. And what I like, honestly, at the time, I was still living in Georgia at this time, working as like a manager at this bar. But so I still had to like pay off my house that I was living at the time, like I had to pay that off before I could move to Jersey. So I had to do all this, still practice all the songs that we were doing on the first tour that I was about to go out with them. And all in like a month's time. And it was probably, definitely like one of the hardest months of my life. But once I finally got to Jersey and we finally got to the first date of the tour, it's all history from there. It's just like we've been touring nonstop since I joined, made 2 albums, and it's been quite a ride. It's going to be coming on 4 years almost.
Yeah.
In February.
Yeah, and it's been sick. You know, you're one of my first friends kind of in this industry that I've seen or have had the pleasure to like see, you know, you go from, you know, basically from rags to riches is the best way to put it.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You know, and it's been so sick like seeing you do all this shit and stuff. But real quick, before we start diving into the Palisades shit, you were like runner up to Hans to be in Woe Is Me, right?
Yes.
Let's just like you play this out for a second. How sick would it have been if you were in Woe Is Me? It probably actually wouldn't have been sick, but how sick would it have been?
Like now that I look back on it, it's like now that I look back on it, like it would have been that one album and then would have been done. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But now that I look back at it, I'm kind of glad it didn't happen, just because like the direction that they went after they had Hans, it just was not a direction that I didn't want to go.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's more power to them. Like I love heavy shit, like obviously, but I guess for my voice, like it's just like, I don't know if it would have fit quite well. And like, I just kind of needed something that was just a little bit more like rock on the lighter side.
Yeah, but that's also just like a huge testament to your voice and your talent, you know, being runner-up to basically fill Tyler Carter's shoes, which you probably get compared to Tyler Carter a lot, don't you?
Not anymore.
Not anymore, okay.
Not anymore. When I first joined Palisades, yes, all around sounded like Tyler's clone, but not anymore. I kind of like, throughout the years, I've really developed my own sound and my own techniques with what I do and stuff, and I finally found my own voice, which is something I've been trying to do for 14 years now, and it's finally done. And yeah, it's kind of good to be known for Brandon Elgar, the guy who sounds like Brandon Elgar, than the guy who sounds like Tyler Carter.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I totally agree with that. And speaking of the transition, so you replaced a guy in Palisades, and his name was also Brandon.
Yes.
So that was already kind of confusing. But besides that, like from the Palisades fan base, you know, when you came into the picture and stuff, how was that transition? Was it kind of, because I know you're Brandon Elgar now. the dude in Palisades now, but back then when it was transitioning, how did you feel from, their built-in audience? Who's this, what was the reaction that they had to this new brand?
Honestly, it was kind of like, I don't know. It honestly wasn't bad. Like, I thought I was going to get like a lot of shit about like joining, because they basically have branded themselves for a long time. And so I thought there would be a little bit of like shit talking here and there, but there actually wasn't. Like, there was for a long period of time, like after like a year or so, there were still people that were like, wait, when did they kick out the old Brandon? Like that, like, I don't know. A lot of people didn't even know that it happened because it was a very small announcement when I did join.
Yeah.
So not a lot of people even knew it happened, but I guess when people actually came out and saw the difference in the live show and how it was now than it was then, I think a lot of people kind of appreciated where it was going and where it went. And
well, yeah, because you fucking kill it live. You're fucking great live.
Thank you. I try my best. I try my best too.
No, yeah, you're great. But so now moving on. So with Palisades, like, Jesus Christ, you guys' schedule is insane. You guys have been all over the fucking world, it feels like.
Yes.
And then just recently, you guys were playing Rock USA and your set got canceled because of weather.
Yes.
What the fuck happened there? What was that like?
So we got there. We were a little early. We showed up like maybe a couple hours early, and then everything was literally fine. Like, it was bright out, the sun was shining, like birds singing, all this shit. But then all of a sudden, just black cloud just comes out of nowhere.
Oh shit.
And everybody starts evacuating. We start hearing from somebody that there is a tornado that touches down 5 miles away.
Whoa.
So immediately everybody goes in a panic, freaks out. We get in our trailer green room that we had behind main stage, and we could see all the shit blowing around. It starts raining pretty heavy, but I used to live in Wisconsin, so I've dealt with tornadoes before, and I was like, this is way too light for like a tornado to touch down and hit us right now. Like, it's definitely like, this just doesn't seem right. I even texted some friends that I have in Wisconsin, and even them, they were like, yo, this is like nothing. There's like no tornadoes around here, but does look like hell is about to come down on Earth. But anyways, after about 30 minutes, it clears up. Stage manager comes to our room and he's like, all right, well, looks like we're going to be able to set you guys up on your stage at 1:40, same time still. I'm like, fuck yeah, cool. So we start setting everything up, get everything ramp about stage. Then the manager comes back and words verbatim, he's just like, all right, so the world isn't fair, and you guys are not playing today because apparently there's a second wave coming in about 45 minutes to an hour, and that's during y'all set times, and you're basically going to get all your equipment messed up if you go on stage and do the normal set times. So we had to pack everything back up into our trailer, and we didn't get to play. And what's even funnier is that hour went by, and then 2 hours went by. I stayed at the festival for the whole day, and it didn't even rain hard at all for the rest of the day. So we could have still played, but they just didn't have their weather. So that sucked. I was really bummed because I was looking forward to playing this festival for a long time. Like, I had friends that came out. Like, I still have like some family and stuff from there too in Wisconsin, but they ended up couldn't come out. But I guess it was kind of good that they didn't anyways, because we didn't even play. But it still would have been fun to see them at least. I would have liked to see them at least. But yeah, it definitely was a pretty big bummer. But hopefully next year we'll be able to.
Yeah. So did they pick up the festival eventually later though? So it wasn't okay.
Yeah, like the festival still went on, so they just kind of pushed everybody up like a tiny bit.
Yeah.
And so everybody, I think doors opened at like 3, and then the first band was at like 3:30, and our set was supposed to be at 1:40. So they basically pushed doors up like an hour and a half, and then
so it wasn't complete. It wasn't complete fucking like chaos and just hell breaking loose. That's good. I'm glad. Yeah. Because that would have sucked.
Still played. Disturbed still played. Like, I still hung out with my friends and everything. But yeah, it was still a good time. Yeah, it was just a few bands that were cut from the bill, but what can you do?
Yeah, exactly. And it's cool that they, at least took caution, because, what if that big thing did come in and they were like, your shit did get fucked up, then it would have been like, oh man, that would have sucked even harder.
Then we're out of all this equipment that is not easy to replace.
Yeah. So speaking of festivals, recently you guys actually played Rock AM Ring, which that's kind of like every band wants to play Rock AM Ring.
Oh yes.
And it was like live streamed and all that stuff. The set was fucking amazing. Just from your perspective, how was that?
We were all stupid nervous. Even I was pretty nervous. Like I watched like some of my favorite bands growing up playing at that festival, like on those stages and everything. So it was definitely just definitely a dream come true, as like cliche as that sounds, but a dream come true to like play that festival, like, and to like just go up on that stage and see all those people that were interested in seeing us that early. We were the first band to play.
Oh, so, yeah, fuck.
And so, yeah, like we had all those people come and watch us. And before we got on, we were stupid nervous. But once we got on and got off afterwards, we were just like, yo, like it was incredible experience. Rock Am Park was just as incredible. It was a lot hotter at Rock Am Park. Rock Am Ring was really cold, but it was definitely a huge like standpoint for our band, just because not a lot of people have seen us on a stage like that, either like on a stream or in person. So a lot of people were just like, whoa, like this band is actually finally doing some cool shit, like some bigger shit. And we're hoping that like the next time we come out to Europe, we can like sell out huge rooms next time we go there, or even just now in the US, if like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It was definitely just like, it was a great experience.
Yeah.
And
now, was this also the same performance where you guys' IEMs were fucking acting up and shit?
The in-ears?
Yeah.
Yes. Our in-ears were acting up hard because we were only allowed certain frequencies when we're overseas. So, and like if we're not on those frequencies, we'll get fined like $10,000.
And for people listening, so that was a dead stage, right?
A what?
The Rock AM, that was a dead stage, so like no monitoring or anything. And you guys run everything through your ears, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so without those, you guys are kind of like fucked, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Like if we don't have those, then yeah, we don't usually have monitors on stage when we play. So if we were completely out of them, we definitely would have had a rougher show than we did. But thankfully, they all like it still worked. But it was just such a big stage, and the frequencies were just all over the place because the weather was a little funky that day too. So,
yeah. So it was like shit just like cutting out, or what was?
Yeah, like all of our ears were just cutting out really heavy. A lot of us had to take out one ear just to like kind of hear what we were doing exactly.
Oh damn.
But yeah, it is a little rougher when you're doing overseas festivals and stuff with just like the certain frequencies,
especially
and
like a stage that big and in an area that big that's like outdoor and shit. Like even when you took one ear out, could you really even hear anything?
I mean, I could. I even though we were outside, it like I don't know, guys. I guess like the way it echoed throughout the park, like I could still hear like decently what if I'm hitting the note correctly or not, but not where I'm like, yes, that's the exact note. But I mean, I don't know. I've been singing these songs for a long time, so I like to hope that I have the good enough like muscle memory for knowing which notes I'm hitting and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. I remember like watching the performance and stuff, and you had this, I can't remember what song it was, but you did this fucking insane vocal run, and I was just like, that's my fucking boy. And it just sounded, you just killed it, man.
Thank you. I think you told me it was Player Haters.
Yeah, it was Player Haters. Yeah. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
So with all these festivals, because you guys have been playing a fuck ton of festivals, like I'm just like, damn, Brandon's just like all over the fucking map right now. This is crazy. Out of all these festivals you guys have done, which ones have been like your favorite to play?
Oh man.
That's a hard one, huh?
That is a hard one. Yes. I mean, this year we only did 3 festivals. Yeah. We only did Rock Am Ring, Rock Am Park, and Download. And out of those 3 this year, I'd probably have to say Download was my favorite.
Okay.
I don't know. Download, I don't know. Download's just like we played there once before, and honestly, the first time we played Download, there was like maybe 200-300 kids maybe that watched us. But this last time we played, we had maybe like 7,000-8,000.
Fuck.
And it was like the whole tent was filled up, and it was just sick. Like the sound was really great. Everybody that worked there was just amazing, and it was just, I don't know, Download was definitely probably my favorite this year. But obviously they're all great. But Download really just stuck out to me really well. But another one of my favorites though was probably Louder Than Life that we did a couple years ago as well.
Where's that one at?
That one's in Kentucky.
Okay, word.
Yeah. And we opened up that day I think at like 11 a.m. and played in front of like 10,000 people.
That's so insane, man.
And yeah, like nearly shit our pants before we did that one. That was definitely the biggest crowd that we played to. And we just weren't expecting that to happen either. Like while we were setting stuff up, there was like nobody up there yet. And then went away, came back, and then we just looked out before we played and we're like, ah, shit. Like, here we go, guys.
Yeah, let's go.
Nobody puke on stage, please.
Damn.
Yeah, but yeah, Louder Than Life was incredible. But I don't know. I really love playing festivals. So like festivals is probably like one of my favorite things to do. It's like it's always a good time.
Yeah, I know. It's always great seeing the pictures and stuff, like just these insane crowds that you guys play in front of, and I'm just like, that's fucking Brandon, the kid that I played a show in a fucking half pipe with. Like it's crazy, dude. It's fucking awesome. But so yeah, your guys' schedule is fucking relentless. You guys are on the road like a fuck ton. Like it's scary, like how much you guys are on the road almost.
Yeah, I think this year we've only had maybe 6 to 8 weeks off so far.
Dude, and that's crazy. So it's like that's the next question I have is that has to take a toll on you mentally. You know, like where does that put your head, and what do you do to keep your head on straight? Like, I mean, well, yeah, just like what's it like, and how does that fuck with your head?
Honestly, it's definitely an emotional roller coaster just trying to balance everything out that you have. Like, especially like if you have a girlfriend and you like a girlfriend back home and you have family that you'd like to see and stuff like that. It definitely is hard to balance it out. But I guess, I don't know, I guess what just keeps me going is just the fact that I'm just like, I've been wanting to do this since I was like 13 or 14 and like just play shows every day, play music that I love and be with my best friends while doing it. And I guess it's like, I just feel very, I don't know, I feel kind of just lucky in a way to be able to do what I do. So I try my best just to appreciate everything that happens every day. Like, even if it's a shit day, something bad happens. It's like, no matter what, it's like, it's a blessing doing what we do. And like having all these people that come out to watch us is also a blessing. And that's, for me, that's what keeps me going a lot, is just like talking to new people. I hate sitting in green rooms. I'm always out. I have to talk to like everybody most of the time. And it's like, I don't know, like that keeps me going a lot. And just like my family being very supportive, all my friends that are very supportive. Like there have been times throughout this year where I've been in a pretty like bad, like depressing mental state.
Yeah.
Like there was like a good couple months where I was pretty like fucked up in the head from it. I was waking up crying almost every day, and it was getting really hard for a moment, but it just I kind of had to like bring some people out of my life that I thought that were kind of toxic, and I had to bring in some more people that I kind of felt like I let drift off a bit too far, and try to bring them back into my life a little bit to kind of help me get through that, because it's like you can't go through this depressing state of like being like sometimes like being in a band and stuff. Like you can't do it alone, and you always have to talk to people about it. And for a moment, like for a good point in time, I just felt like I was just on the outside of everything, and I just finally just needed to get back on the path that I was before, with being happy with everything. And I did, and everything's great now.
Yeah.
And life is fucking sick. And, like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, and we talked a little bit before. I'm glad that you're doing better and stuff. But with how much you guys tour, like, I don't know many other bands or people that I'm friends with that tour as much as you guys. Like, do you have a sense of home, or are you just living the the Metallica cliche, like the road is my home?
Honestly, yeah. Like right now, the road is pretty much my home right now.
Yeah.
But I obviously live with Aaron, our drummer, back in Jersey, and like yes, like their parents like are really great. Aaron's really great. They're very supportive of everything and all that stuff. But it's like, but yeah, I definitely definitely not home as much to make it seem like it feels like home. So
yeah,
basically that 15-passenger tin can that I travel US with is my home right now.
And that's fucking insane because that 15-passenger tin can, it's not just you. There's how many people in your band and crew? Like 7 of you total?
Right now there's 6 of us.
There's 6 of you guys? Yeah, and that's, for like you said, you've only been home 6 weeks out of this year.
Mhm.
That's a lot of bodies in a tiny little moving can.
You are telling me.
I know. So, I mean, I guess, is there any struggles or any advice or anything you could give to people who do want to do what you're doing and maybe what they can see what they're getting themselves into with all this shit?
Definitely having patience is a big part of this, of being like in a band and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Things do not happen overnight. And a lot of people think that it does. Like some people think that like it's all partying and it's all like just playing shows and hanging out with like women and friends and all that stuff. But it's really not. Like to be able to build like a huge like foundation for your band, it's like it takes a lot of hard work. It's literally, it's like you can't stop working. You always have to be writing. You always have to be creative and everything, at least from what we do.
Yeah.
It's like, being patient with your band, being patient with things happening, and and always obviously finding the most dedicated people to be a part of this band.
Yeah,
you don't want people that are just going to half-ass it. If this is like a ride or die type of job.
Yeah, it's your fucking
either
life.
You do it.
Yeah.
It's either you do it or you don't do it.
Yeah,
like if
for
you're
real.
not gonna put in 100%, then don't even fucking think about doing it. Like,
yeah, and that just sparked another question. So with you guys being gone all the time, for me, at least in my circumstances, I'm just a very anxious fucking guy. So I take on kind of the pressures of the road with my band. Sometimes I do a lot of the driving. I do a lot of that stuff, but when even I'm doing that for these small runs, I feel like, man, I have no time for a lot of things. But you guys are out here doing this all the time and still managing to write fucking music. Like, how do you guys write on the road?
Hotel rooms.
Oh, okay.
Literally, like hotel rooms, Airbnbs. Like we were just off for a whole week, so we have like this portable home studio that we bring with us all the time, and if we're off for a few days, we'll set up our little studio like in a hotel room on a desk, and we'll just start writing.
Damn.
Yeah. It's just a portable studio. It's definitely a little bit of a process getting it into the hotel and back out to the trailer and everything. But
yeah,
I mean, if you have enough time to do it, then why not?
Yeah, and for you guys, with how busy you are, it's probably like every second fucking counts kind of thing.
Yes, every second counts, and just having the most material that you can have before you go into the like recording process is like going in with like 5 demos is not for us. Like it just can't cut it. Like when we went into the studio to record the last album, we went in with like 20-25
damn
full demos.
That's insane, bro.
Yeah, like
we
went
can't even
with
imagine.
a lot of shit, and then we scrapped like 15 of them, obviously. So
yeah, fucking hell, that's crazy. But so, if you don't mind, you're a good friend of mine, so I feel like I can ask you this. But with where Palisades and at and everything, people outside of the industry might think that you guys are rolling in money or rolling in all the riches and like living a pretty good life. But what's the actual reality on the financial side for a band like you guys, if you don't mind? I know
No.
I'm asking about money, and that's a personal thing, so only if you're comfortable with it. But yeah,
you're fine. So a lot of the money that comes into being in a band, a lot of it goes into pretty much everything else other than like our pockets. When I say that, it goes to usually some better production, lights, or better crew, getting great sound guys, getting great videographers for great content, being able to buy the things that we need, like our in-ear systems and all this stuff, and like also obviously paying managements, paying labels, stuff like so. Like the money we make, like it's good, but we always put it mostly back into the band just so we can put on better shows for people in the future.
Yeah. So then with that, sorry to interrupt you. So how do you live? How do you guys as people and members live? You know?
I mean, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like we'll still get paid like amounts here and there, but obviously it's just enough to keep us comfortable while we build ourselves to be bigger. And then like once we start putting in all this money to have bigger shows, and then once we have the bigger shows, it'll just bring in more money, and then more money will be able to go into our pockets to be able to like start like having our own houses and stuff like that, and to be able, I don't know, like just like stuff like that, buying cars or like, you know, but
yeah.
For right now, we're just in just such a stage of just branding our band and just making sure that everything runs smoothly, that like basically, all our money right now is strictly just to go back into the band and to give on a better show.
Yeah. But I mean, by no means, I guess, you know, you guys aren't living the fucking high life, huh?
No. I mean, I'm in a Quality Inn that's like $50 a night right now.
Fucking hell.
So, and it's like it smells like cockroaches.
Oh shit! Is it
So
kind
it's
of
like-
nasty?
Yeah, like it's pretty bad. And it took us like 30 minutes to check in because I guess like I don't know if they just don't know what they're doing today. I have no idea.
Well, it's a Quality Inn, so.
But like we walked into the hallways. The hallways smell terrible. Like I think it's definitely the carpets. So
Damn.
yeah. So yeah, we're not living the high life. We don't live in 5-star hotels. We live in low ones, and like we definitely get by each day, but it's like we do it though for a good reason.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
You have to go through the grind if you want to like.
Yeah, and that's what I've always admired about you guys. I've had a lot of talks with Matt too, and I would love to get Matt on the show. That guy, I can bullshit with him about the back end of things for days. I feel like.
Oh, Marshall? Yeah.
But yeah, you guys are always putting stuff back in, and I've always respected that. Because if you guys wanted to, you probably could just cash out and just go. You know,
we could.
You could. I mean,
we could, but it just like that. Just we're not like none of us are like down for that yet. Like we want to fucking play some arenas. Like we don't want to. Like we love the club touring, but obviously, I think everybody would like to see us in an arena one day.
Oh yeah, and I would love to too. You know, I'll be side stage fucked up as hell. Pouring drinks for you, hand them to you when you come side stage.
See that, like, that's the thing. Like, that's what we want to work to, and like we're just not at that stage yet, and that's why we're willing to sacrifice our like having no money for right now to be able to get to that point and be able to give people a show that like they'll always fucking remember.
Exactly, man. The grind doesn't stop. I love that. I respect you guys for doing that, you know, and it's cool. It's fucking cool. So another question that I have, moving on a little bit. So you guys did Erase the Pain with Howard Benson, correct?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so real quick, before I ask the question, just what is Howard Benson's reputation? Because he's worked with bands like My Chemical Romance and 3 Days Grace. And I know he has a reputation within the industry. So, like, what is that reputation? Like, before you guys went to the studio, what did you know about Howard Benson?
Honestly, we didn't really know much about his reputation, just because, like, I mean, me personally, I didn't know that Howard Benson was still even recording bands at like before we even got the gig with him and everything, we found this all out through our management, just because our manager has worked with him in the past before, and so we didn't really know what to expect. But he's really traditional. Like, he records everything the traditional way. It's not like how a lot of, I don't know, I feel like a lot of bands nowadays, they just like do the recording process differently, like maybe with drums first, or with vocals first. Like, there's been a couple times I recorded with Palisades and the producers have wanted to do like vocals first, and I'm not used to that really.
That's
too much.
weird.
I mean, I have nothing against it, but like, to like go back to that traditional way that Howard Benson does it, it was kind of a breath of fresh air, because I love recording traditionally like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's doing drums, guitars, vocals, like bam, done. And but as far as his reputation goes and stuff, like, he's insanely respected by, I feel like, everybody. I mean, he definitely created some of the best albums that have came out, like, in our generation, you know what I mean? And, and so I feel like, he's definitely still very high up there. He's still friends with a lot of people. I'm pretty sure he still attends the Grammys, so he's still a badass in that way.
Fucking hell, yeah.
Like, but he was honestly, he was so great to work with. At least for me, I had a blast working with him. He was great. He's great to work with vocally. He's a genius with a piano, and just with everything else he knows inside his head. I don't know how he does it, but yeah, he's incredible producer, and I would recommend anyone to him, but just be careful, because if you don't know your shit, don't go in there.
Yeah, so that's kind of like going to the question, like, how was it actually making a record with Howard Benson? Because I've heard some stories from you, and it's the things I've heard around the industry is like, the dude's a fucking hard ass. He'll definitely test you, push you to your limits. So I guess like, how was that whole experience for you?
I mean, like, we definitely got our asses chewed a couple times. I can admit that. I mean, like, we just weren't prepared for it. Like, we definitely had the music, but none of us were really prepared, like, physically, just because we wrote everything on the computer and everything like that. So,
which is very common. Like, that's I wouldn't say you guys weren't prepared. It's just the traditional thing, you know?
Yeah, like, we just weren't prepared, like, physically for, like, so, like, we would write these songs on the guitar, but then we would, like, kind of forget how to play them, just because we haven't played them in a while, because we tour nonstop and stuff. So we went into the studio, and we kind of didn't really fully remember how to play everything here and there. And there was, like, times where Howard Benson came on us, and he was like, yo, do y'all need, like, a few more fucking days to, like, go over your shit and, like, figure it out? And we were like, whoa, like, we felt terrible, but we were like, no, you know what, like, we're gonna grind through this, we're gonna keep rolling, like rolling on, like, guitars and drums. As far as vocals, he made Lou and I hit notes that we're not used to hitting. So, like, probably, like, the highest, like, notes in, like, our register and stuff like that. Definitely made us try new things that we haven't tried before. But he is still, vocally, he's great to work with. He's very, like, easygoing with vocals, just because it's like, he doesn't really look for so much of, like, hitting the note. He looks for emotion more.
Yeah, the delivery.
So, he doesn't really care if, like if you're a little pitchy here and there, like that's not his main concern. He's just like,
which is sick as fuck, because I'm not a clean singer, you know. I just do ignorant metal, so I just scream. But that's one thing that I've always for myself wanted, and I've worked with people who didn't get that, where it's like, you know, I need you to tell me if this delivery is on point. You know, doesn't have to be technically the perfect take or whatever, but I need someone there to be like, you know, this is what I'm going for. This is like the emotion or the grit I'm trying to put out. And some people just can't fucking do that, and it's weird. So I respect that, like, a ton. I think that's cool as fuck. So he just was that, I guess, like, putting so much emotion and so much work and effort behind those vocals. I mean, how much time did it take you? How was it? High stress? Like, how was it?
It definitely did get a little stressful throughout the process. We were there for a month, and almost every night we had to have like meetings over everything about like how we can be better, how we can like push harder and stuff, and try to understand that like these people are like the real deal, and we need to fucking deliver, like you know what I mean, like deliver at our full potential. Like there's really no way we can half-ass when we're working with people like this. Like you can't do it.
No, not at all.
And it's like it was very stressful for a few of us. Like, but I think recording an album is always stressful. Like there's always going to be stressful things, but I think for us, like it was just kind of like, I don't know, we were just really scared that we were going to kind of let everyone down. But we literally, like, we just had to pretty much just punch each other in the faces every day and make sure that we did 100%, because there's no way we could release an album that just like flops. Like with this album that was just released, like we had to make sure that it was better than the last one, which it was, and completely did a million times better first week than the last album. And like as far as Billboard goes, it did great on Billboard and everything. And it's just like, so it definitely just shows that like how like even throughout all the stress, like it's still just, it came out exactly how we wanted.
Yeah, so with the making of this record, and then even with just how much you guys tour at all, does that has to have some kind of stress on like the personal relationships in the band? How do you guys manage that? Or are you guys just fucking match made in heaven, and you know, but like when shit can't be good all the time. So I guess, you know, how did that play on the personal strains and relationships in the band, and like how do you guys work through that shit?
So obviously it's always hard to take criticism sometimes. Like there's always like some parts that like we'll create that maybe not the whole band will like.
Well, yeah, especially when it's coming from like the people who are supposed to be your best friends.
Exactly.
You know, that's the hardest criticism to take.
It's always hard to like hear stuff like that, but at the same time, like it took us a minute to kind of get through that in the beginning, but at the end of the day, like we all told ourselves, like we were just like, no matter what, if the whole band isn't on it, then we're not on it. Like we're gonna make a new part, and that's just how it's got to be, because whatever's for the song is what's most important. It's not about who made what part or like stuff like that. It's like it has to be the best for the song, and it has to be like yeah,
for sure. I feel that. That's me and my boys are kind of like on that same boat. Thankfully, we don't really have much egos going on, so the writing process is pretty, you know, just like even if we don't, we're always willing to try something. Or it's I'm trying to find the word right now. It's not democratic. That's dumb as fuck. My mind's drawing blank here. It's what kind of society do we live in? What's the word? We are a what country?
I'm not good with politics.
Dude, I'm not either. It's not diplomatic, but basically, when push comes to shove or something, like no one has like a big ego with like, well, my part needs to do this. Like I did this has to be or I'm gonna throw a fucking fit about it. You know, there's nothing like that. It's like, hey, well, worst thing you can ever do is just try out the other side of the idea, or try out this way of doing it and see how you like it. And then if people fucking all agree on it, it is what it is. Is that kind of how it is with you guys?
Yes, of course. Yeah, like whatever. Yeah, like we can't have walls anymore whenever we're writing music.
Yeah.
Like it can't happen with any band. Like everybody needs to work together equally, and everybody needs to have an opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly what it is.
So then with that, like you said, Erase the Pain, you guys' latest release, it's been huge for you guys, I feel. And how has this cycle with Erase the Pain been compared to the cycle with you guys as self-titled? What are all the differences been? Have you seen that growth? Like, you know, I guess what's changed, and what are the differences between those cycles?
I will say I feel like we got a lot more touring going on.
That's for sure.
But as far as like As far as sound goes, we definitely like got a little bit more heavy, a little bit more driving as far as that. As far as sales, it completely blew the last album out of the water. Like,
That's
and
awesome.
As far as Billboard goes, we got we got 5 number ones on Billboard from
Fuck
that album,
yeah.
Erase the Pain. And yeah, it's like it definitely was a huge boost from the last album. The last album was basically the like I said earlier, like the rebrand of our band.
Yeah.
Like from having the new member and having completely new sound brought to the table.
Yeah, taking high and low out of the set.
Yeah. Hey man. If you come to a headliner, we might play it.
Real quick side note. Are there any shows you guys have had to play recently where you've had to throw that in?
Shit. I think we did play it at our couple headliners before the Nothing More tour this year. I think we did.
Did it just pop off?
Were
people stoked?
Oh yeah, the kids loved it. The kids fucking loved it. Obviously, it's a great song. I'll give the people that.
Yeah.
But we just kind of just had to kind of rebrand, and that's why we're kind of trying to make Let Down the new High and Low. But,
yeah, for sure.
But
then so back on topic. I guess also from I guess the perception wise from the last cycle to this cycle, do you feel like people are looking at you guys or treating you guys differently now? Oh
yes, yeah. I feel like we definitely have reached a new level of respect with a lot of people, even with management and labels and everything. I feel like people were definitely okay, all right, Palisades is doing all right with the self-titled release, but then once we started releasing all this stuff for Erase the Pain, I think people were just finally oh shit, they actually they got this now. They finally have their path and everything, and I don't know, I have felt that a lot of people just kind of just thought we were a joke for a while and stuff, but I don't think that anymore so much.
Yeah.
So I think people definitely take us in a more serious way with the new sound, and that we're not here to fuck around anymore. We're trying to we're really trying to do it, and we're just trying to connect with everybody and in a better way than just that. I don't know, how we did before, the whole party music and all that stuff. We wanted to actually connect with people emotionally.
Fuck yeah, and I'd say that's working out pretty well, huh?
I'd say so too.
Hell yeah. What kind of because you're on a much bigger platform than most of the people I have on this show. What are fan interactions like? Do you guys get anything weird ever? Or, I mean, just what's it like being on that platform? You guys are playing big rooms, big places. What's the fan interaction like at that level?
I mean, I will say, obviously, we've had a couple, weird interactions with people that just kind of don't understand, the whole, the bubble thing. They'll kind of get too far into the bubble. I've had a couple people touch me in really weird ways. Like
what? Someone touch your dick or something?
No, not like that. But people would kind of they would just they put their arm around me, and I don't really know them too well. But they're and then they put their hand on my head, and they're rubbing my head like I'm a baby or something. It's just
weird.
I don't know. Shit creeps me out. I don't know. I don't really like people I don't know touching me too much. I don't mind the hugs. That's all fine. I don't mind the hugs. I don't mind the pictures and all that stuff.
Yeah.
If we're just having a conversation and then you randomly come up to me and you just start touching me in weird ways, this is not cool. I can't do that. But
yeah. Has anyone tried to kiss you?
No.
Really?
No.
Because you're a good-looking guy. I'm surprised no one's came up and just tried to kiss you.
People have asked a couple times.
They've asked.
They've if I'm totally down with y'all asking, but just don't do it, because that's not good. There's too much shit going on in the world. 2019 is a dangerous place. Definitely,
dude, it fucking is, man.
There's a level of respect, and there's just lines that you just cannot cross no more.
Dude,
so it's
real.
I always treat everybody with respect, and I expect it the same way back. Like I would never touch anybody weird like that. So it's like it's kind of like a back and forth thing. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But yeah, people have asked, and I've respectfully said no. It's probably not a good idea, but I'm more than glad to take a picture with you. That's fine. Blah blah. blah.
Have you guys been asked to sign anything weird or like sign a weird body part yet?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like we've been asked to sign people's tits before, but obviously we won't do that.
Okay.
Like won't do that. We won't do like anywhere like too close to any private areas or anything like that. If it's like your back or like a neck or a wrist or like anywhere other than somebody's private area,
Yeah,
then
the
we're
titties,
good.
the dick, or the vag.
Yeah, we can't do that. It's just, I'm telling you, man, like this year is scary. Like,
Yeah,
there's
no,
too
you
many-
can't go anywhere near that for sure. Well, hey, that basically about does it. Now, if there's anything you need to plug, anything you want to say, just fucking go for it, dog.
All right, yeah, we are hitting the road we are currently on tour right now from Ashes to New, Wake at Last, and The Funeral Portrait. The tour goes until August 10th, which is also 3 days before my birthday. How are you?
Hell yeah.
And then September 13th to November 1st, we'll be at Starset once again. All of our stuff is available on all social media platforms if you want to come check us out on any of those days and come hang with us. And
yeah.
That's pretty much all I really got. Yeah, come see us on tour. We're still touring. We're still going.
Yeah, you should go see them on tour. They're all sweethearts. But okay, so what's your favorite song off of Erase the Pain, and what should I leave people with?
Favorite song? I mean, it's probably just the song I created, probably Ways to Disappear. It's just the most like close.
It's a good song.
Yeah, it's like the one I connect with the most. I was in a pretty weird state at that time of writing that, and like that song is just incredible to me, and it has hit a lot of people in ways that it's hit me. So definitely say Ways to Disappear for sure.
Okay. Fuck yeah, man. Yeah, so I'll leave the people out with that. Once again, Brandon, thank you so much for taking your time to come bullshit with me. I'm stoked for you to come back to Portland so we can finally get back together and reunite the boys.
I am waiting for the day. I'm counting them down right
Dude,
now.
same. And we'll have to celebrate your birthday or something when we do that too.
Hell yeah.
All right, fuck yeah. Hey, thank you so much, man. I'm gonna leave them out
bud.
with Ways to Disappear by Palisades. Thank you so much again, Brandon.
Not a problem, bud.
I take my time, I don't do well with attention. I'm so used to staying in to keep my walls from caving in. And I am a ghost, I wander in circles around you. I wanna breathe the air you breathe, but all this smoke is killing me. I find ways to disappear, and my words are never clear. I gotta find a way to face the things I fear. I'm not good at letting go. I can't stand to be alone. Are you the light that leads me down the road? Can find ways